Hey folks, this is Chris at Art Secret Studio, and I'd like to share with you a product that I'm really excited about. So a while back, Frederick's had an oil prime linen panel, and it was a little on the high end, but it took the paint off my brush, and I didn't feel like I was painting on an ice cube. And why that's important to me is that when I use a bristle brush to lay it in, it lets me be freer, it lets me set the halftone, the mood, it lets me create the atmosphere, the feeling, everything I want rather quickly. Hit a little fan brush, soften it, and start the painting. With a smooth canvas, smooth linen, it's very hard to use a bristle fan brush. Now, Rosemary has a Bravura, I don't know how to say that, B-R-A-V-U-R-A, fantastic bristle fan brush, or bristle brush, and it does a great job letting me play on these smoother canvases. But I still want that tooth, and I found a product by Liquitex called Clear Gesso, and it is not the same product as just gesso, which is white. You can use this on top of plain canvas, raw, linen, wood, or anything. I tend to use the white gesso over the top and then put this on top of that. So what I would like to do today is just show you how to put it down. We've lost a lot of the linens that I really prefer and that I like. And I like to put it on the surface to allow you to have your brush be grabbed by the paint or by the surface of the canvas, whether it's canvas or linen. It takes the paint off instead of you chasing the paint around as if it was on an ice cube. So this is a fantastic product. I really like it. It does come with little instructions though. You can use it straight, but a lot of the class complains it tears their brush up almost right away. So the package knows this, and they've listed that you can dilute this with water 25%. So I want to do a quick little demo, show you how to mix it, stir it, which you don't need help with, show you how to brush it on, which you don't need help with, but just to give you security to know you're doing the right thing and we're headed in the right direction. Because folks, I really want you to succeed. Okay folks, let's start at the beginning. Liquitex acrylic gesso comes in clear and white. What I'm asking you is to put the clear over the white. So gesso becomes, it shows up, or linen comes as a grayish brown color, and then it's coated on the surface, and that's so the paint will adhere to it. But oil paint has oil in it, and it eats the material that you put it on, whether it's wood or linen. So to prevent the deterioration, the gesso is a sealant that doesn't allow the oil paint to destroy whatever it's on or the oil in the paint. And then it also has something in it that the oil paint is made to adhere to. So to start with, there are two types of prepared surfaces. One of them is oil primed and the other is acrylic primed. And you can find that acrylic titanium primed, and this one says oil primed. So you cannot use the clear gesso over anything that's oil primed, and there's hundreds of canvases that are oil primed, and I'm not going to get into that. I'm just going to play with this one. Now I really like the weave, and I think this is a great buy in the green label. Frederick's Pro Series Belgian linen archival canvas. Archival is, we're banking on that this is an MDF board underneath. So the MDF board prevents the canvas from warping. So if you buy a $2 canvas, it's probably got cardboard in the back, and it will warp within a few months, and then everything you've done will be thrown away. So you do want to splurge a little bit. It's suitable for oils, acrylics, and alkyds. I'm not in this video going to get into a lot of this stuff, but I do have this very high-end measuring gauge because I don't want to mess up. This isn't a wing the measurement. I am going to measure it very high. I like it at full strength. I also like it at 25% cut with water. So we're going to fill this with 25% water and 75% gesso. So I filled my container with an ounce of water, and now I'm going to fill my gesso. I'm going to pour the gesso in, and I'll go to 4 ounces. And like I said, I'm measuring. Oh, I'm sorry. Before you start, usually you want to stir this up, but in these tiny little bottles, that's hard to do. So all I can do is shake it. The reason I bought the tiny bottles is I purchased all the companies, gessos and oil primers and everything there was, looking for something that would grab my paint. So since I was experimenting, I didn't risk it. And I bought small amounts. Okay, so I want 4 ounces. And there we go. So now I'm going to stir it and mix it up. And that's all I need. Now, real careful about gesso here. And that is, it's meant to stick to anything it touches. Carpet, clothing. So be very careful what you use this on. I do want to get this off my brush. And then really, this is quite simple. Dip it in, brush it on. 1 coat's all I need. And we've made videos where I show how I use the heavy-bodied Liquitex gesso to make textures like Clyde Asselbig and well, more like Howard Turpinning, the famous Southwestern artist who does these incredible scenes. And then the clear gesso goes over the top. That's it, folks. That's all I need you to do to prepare it. Now, I've got this whole container to get rid of. So I'm going to take other products. So this is a piece of wood. It's a PVA sized, but it has Ruba lead ground. So this has oil ground on it. I can't use it. So I do write on the back what I use, and that way later I know if I can add to it or not. If I like the wood color, I can apply the clear gesso over it, but this is going to take 3 coats for it to be ready to oil paint. And then if I do this, on the next coat, I'll actually, you could even do it now, I go over the sides. And there's different surfaces that I paint on, and that's just a different video, and I don't want to get there for this, so I'm just gonna skip that I mentioned that and move right along. This is a piece of wood that already has gesso on it, but it's smooth and slick, and I don't like that, so I'm going to put a coat of this on it, and this will adhere, and it gives it that sandpaper tooth that I want, that allows it to grip my painting. I really like to do a lot of studies with my art with these Frederick's canvas pads. I think these are fantastic. I don't like the canvas paper. I love the pad, and if I really like the image, I can always glue it to a piece of wood and frame it later. So I have trouble painting on these because they are so slick. So I take it out of the pad, and there's a white side and a non-white side. And I'm going to go ahead and put a coat of this on it as well. So when I mix this up, I tend to, gosh, if I was at work, I'd have 15, 20 pieces being covered.